You just moved to Texas or you're about to. You drive past a brand new community in McKinney or Prosper. The flags are out. The model home is gorgeous. And you think, let me just take a look. No agent, no appointment, just you. And in the 30 seconds it takes you to walk through that door and sign that little tablet at the front desk, you can lose something worth thousands of dollars before you've even seen the kitchen. Most people have no idea it happened. Here's what changed. Last year, the rules around how buyer's agents get paid got rewritten, and it threw a lot of people off. So right now, more buyers than ever are walking into new construction completely alone, thinking they're saving money. They're doing the opposite. Because the mistake almost everyone makes isn't picking the wrong floor plan or the wrong builder. It's giving up their own free representation in the first 5 minutes and handing the builder's sales rep both sides of the deal. And once it's done, it's very hard to undo. Stick with me, and you're going to walk out of this video knowing exactly how to tour any model home in Texas. Get your own expert in your corner, negotiate upgrades and closing costs like an insider, and pay nothing extra for it. You'll walk in protected instead of exposed. I'm with the Hewitt Group here in North Texas. Relocation and new construction, it's what we do all day across 11 suburbs. I've sat across the table from these builder reps more times than I can count. And I'm going to show you the same exact thing I tell my own clients before they ever tour. So let's get into it and pay close attention to mistake number 2, because that's the one that quietly costs buyers the most and almost nobody sees it coming. Let me tell you what actually happens when you walk into a model home. There's a friendly, well-dressed person who greets you, offers you a bottle of water, and starts showing you around. They are warm, they're helpful, and here's the part nobody says out loud. They do not work for you. They work for the builder. Every single thing they do is designed to sell that builder's home at the builder's price on that builder's terms. That person is the listing agent for the builder. Their loyalty, legally and financially, is to the seller. It's not to you. So nothing they tell you is advice in your interest. It's sales. It might be friendly sales, but it's still sales. I've seen buyers assume that nice person on site was helping them, skip their own agent, and later find out they left upgrade credits and closing cost incentives on the table because there was nobody on their side to even ask for them. And the fix costs you nothing. You bring your own agent, someone who actually represents you. But you have to do it before you're on that sign-in sheet, and I'll show you exactly how in a minute. Which leads straight into the biggest myth in new construction, the one that makes people give all of that up on purpose. Here's the mistake I promised you, mistake number 2, and it's an expensive one. Almost everyone believes that if they skip the agent and go straight to the builder, they'll get a discount. That the builder will knock off the commission and pass the savings to them. It sounds logical. It's completely backwards. Here's how it actually works. The builder has already budgeted a buyer's agent commission into the price of that home before you ever walked in. That number is baked into the sticker price whether you bring an agent or not. So if you walk in alone, the builder does not lower the price. They just keep that money you paid for representation you never used. Bringing your own agent doesn't add a single dollar to your sales price. It just means someone finally shows up on your side of a deal you're already paying for. I'm going to say the most important sentence in this whole video. Having your own agent costs you nothing extra on new construction. Walking in without one is what costs you. I had a client bring us in from day one, and we use that representation to negotiate a design center credit and closing costs on a home priced identically to what the guy next door paid walking in solo. Same house, same price. One of them had somebody fighting for them, and one of them didn't. And that's the real cost here. It isn't a bad negotiation. It's standing in your brand new house a year later, finding out the buyer down the street got $10,000 in upgrades. You didn't. On the same floor plan for the same price, just because someone was in their corner and no one was in yours. That's not a discount you missed. That's money you handed over and got nothing for. If you're relocating to DFW area and new construction is even on your radar, this is exactly what we do at the Hewitt Group. Before you tour a single model home, just reach out. My contact's in the description. One quick conversation before you walk in can save you thousands, and there's no cost to it. Now, here's the part that makes or breaks everything, and it's brutally simple. If you want your own agent representing you on a new build, they have to be registered on your very first visit. Not the second, the first. Almost every builder makes you sign in the moment you walk through the door. That sign-in is how they decide who brought you in as a buyer. So if you walk in alone and put your name and number on that sheet, a lot of builders will later refuse to pay your agent because their records say you came in on your own. Then, when you try to bring your agent in for the actual negotiation, it's too late. You've locked yourself out of your own representation on the home you're about to spend the next 10 years paying for. So here's the move. Talk to your agent first. Either bring them with you or register with their information before you ever set foot in that model home. That's it. One quick text to your agent before you drive over. That is the entire difference between being protected and being exposed. And once your representation is locked in the right way, here's where an agent actually earns their keep on a brand new home. And it's probably not what you think. A lot of people think a brand new home doesn't need an agent because there's nothing to fix and nothing to negotiate. Wrong on both counts. This is where new construction is completely different from buying a resale, and it's where having someone on your side matters the most. First, negotiation isn't off the table. It just moves. Builders rarely drop the base price because that affects the comps for their entire community. But they will absolutely give on upgrades, design center credits, interest rate buydowns, and closing costs. A good agent knows which lever to actually pull. Second, yes, you still need an inspection. Brand new does not mean flawless. A third-party inspection on a new build catches problems all the time, and your agent makes sure it happens before your window to ask for repairs closes. Third, the builder's contract is written by the builder for the builder. It is not the standard resale contract you might have signed before. Somebody needs to read every line of that on your behalf. And fourth, lot selection, phase timing, and incentives change week to week. An agent who's active in your market knows what's really moving right now. The incentives in Salina are not the incentives in McKinney, and that changes constantly. So picture the difference. Version 1, you walked in alone, signed the sheet, took the price on the tablet, and hoped for the best. Version 2, you walked in with someone who has done this 100 times, who got you the upgrade credit, made sure your new home got inspected, and read every line on that builder contract before you signed. Same house, same price, two completely different outcomes. That's not luck. That's just having the right person in the room. Quick question for the comments, and I really do read these. Are you brand new to the DFW area and just starting to look? Or have you already toured a model home on your own? Drop it below. So that's the mistake, and that's how you avoid it. Walking into new construction protected instead of exposed, with your own expert in your corner, paying nothing extra for it. That's the whole game. If you're relocating to North Texas and you're even thinking about a new build in McKinney, Prosper, Salina, or any of the 11 suburbs we cover, do one thing before you tour anything. Reach out to the Hewitt Group. My number and my link are right there in the description. Have that conversation first. Don't sign that tablet alone.